G'day and welcome to my channel. In this episode, we once again explore the Northern Territory. This beautiful little spot is called Edith Falls. Situated in Nitmiluk National Park, 60 kilometres north of Katherine, this beautiful little oasis in the middle of such an arid area was worth coming to check out. I'm joined in this episode by Nick from Keeping Fish Simple and Harland from Harland Ford's YouTube channel. So join us on this adventure, enjoy the video, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Edith Falls is about a 3-hour drive from Darwin or a 55-minute plane flight. It's a beautiful gorge with a camping area for people to stay, beautiful walking tracks, and some pretty cool wildlife. But like everything in the territory, it's a large place and you have to go for long drives to find them through an arid landscape. But once you get to them, they are beautiful, so it's worth looking at. When we first got to this place, we were a little bit disappointed as it was the end of the wet season and there were still wild saltwater crocodiles at the bottom of the gorge. So there was no swimming. So I managed to rig up a float and float the camera out just to see what was about. The bottom of the gorge was teeming with fish, mainly monster fish like mullet, a few barramundi that were very elusive to my camera, some archerfish, and a bunch of sooty grunter. Still cool to see. And unfortunately I didn't get that elusive crocodile. The ranger was telling me they set out these red floats. Apparently saltwater crocodiles don't like the colour red and they attack them. That's how they find out they're around. The particular float that was in front of my camera, that you can't see in this footage, was almost shredded to bits. And the floats I was using were the same colour, so it was kind of interesting. I was hoping one would attack my camera. As night fell, we set up camp, thought we'd have something to eat, and then we went and explored a little bit to see what we could find. There are some beautiful sunsets up here. Around the edges of the water there was granite boulders and plenty of frogs to be seen. We managed to spot another one of these beautiful marbled velvet geckos, Oadura marmorata. It's always a great sight to see. The colours are beautiful in these animals. But with the torch on, the insects were unbearable. So we head back to camp and rested up, ready for the morning. Sunrise is beautiful in this place. The area is so vast and undamaged. We were looking forward to seeing what we could find up in the gorges. The signs actually said Melitania species, so we were uncertain what type of rainbow we would find. We knew it would either be Exquisite or Australis. Either way, we would have been happy with anything. Even the local ranger was interested to see what we'd find, as he wasn't sure what species they were either. There was an abundance of beautiful wildflowers and strange and interesting animals to be found on our walk. The walk was about 1.6 kilometres to the gorge. It was great to see one of these northern blue tongues. They are the biggest of the blue tongues and have beautiful patterning on them. As beautiful as these walks are, these areas are pretty arid and it gets quite warm, so make sure you take plenty of water with you and your hike will be much more enjoyable. We come out at the end of the walk. There was beautiful pristine water, lots of little beaches to sit on, and plenty to see. A beautiful Mertens water monitor sitting on the edge of the water was a great sight to see. A beautiful little water plant that was new to me, and at first we all thought it was like a hair grass, but then we noticed these little leaflets on top of the water with beautiful single petal white flowers. It was actually a nymphoides spongiosa, although it looked nothing like the nymphoides I was used to seeing, and looked really beautiful and delicate as it flowed in the water. To our surprise, this place was loaded with beautiful aquatic plants, not something we thought we'd see in this rocky outcrops. There was a type of native myrophyllum flowing along the edges of the nymphoides, and in all the cracks of the rocks there was these beautiful eriocolons. I wasn't exactly sure on the species, but they look like Eriocolon scariosum, one of the more common eriocolons around Australia. They did look beautiful growing submersed in amongst the pink sand of this gorge. Then I've seen this beautiful little stem plant growing in the crevices of the rocks. I'm not sure on the species of this one, so if anybody knows, please feel free to help with an ID. Then in one of the little pools, under a larger nymphoides, probably Nymphoides indica, I've seen a little school of ambassus or glassfish or pennyfish. These are the northwest pennyfish, an undescribed species. It was pretty cool to see them, but the rainbows were still a little elusive. Then in the deeper waters there were some larger fish, mostly spangled perch, one of the most common fish around Australia, and it's amazing how they get up into all these little water holes. Then finally I see a rainbow fish, and it turned out to be an exquisite rainbow fish, something that we were hoping to target. They truly are a beautiful rainbow fish, with reds and pinks and dark banding, and they were quite fast, so hard to film. But we were happy to finally see something new. In the shallow waters, these males seemed to be quite aggressive. They were chasing all the other males away, hoping to spawn with the females in the algae, and they were even giving the glassfish a run for their money. We never seen too many of them at once, mainly just the odd one or two, but it was still good to see them. From what I've seen, they're not much of a schooling rainbow fish like some others, and they also love the really fast moving water. That's probably why they have such a slender body. Interesting to note if you're planning on keeping them in aquariums. It was really relaxing laying in the water after that long walk, cooling myself off and enjoying watching these rainbow fish go about their business. In the deeper turbulent water, they seem to school up a lot more, as the water flow was probably too heavy for them to be aggressive to one another, but I think they were just enjoying the high flow of the water. I love seeing these botanical rich waters, and it's amazing how much their habitat changed in such a small area. You could probably set up about 5 different biotope aquariums just for this one spot alone. I loved seeing these rainbow fish swimming amongst this nymphoides in the high flow water. It was a beautiful sight to see. It's amazing with their bright colours, when they transition to different backgrounds, you can see they're almost camouflaged. This is probably a good reason to choose your substrate and your plants carefully while you're making a biotope aquarium for them, so you get the most out of their colours, because they can really blend into their scenery. Harland managed to climb up to the top of the escarpment. It was a bit too much for me, but he found some beautiful water holes at the top with some really nice rock pools. Some of these rock pools were also full of some beautiful plant life, like the larger nymphoides, and in all the crevices there was a beautiful Eriocorlin cetaceum, another beautiful Eriocorlin that grows like a stem plant and flowers on the surface. Unfortunately, this is an annual and can be quite hard to keep. And we were surprised to find even up here where there was fish. The northern purple spotted gudgeon was quite common, as it is in most areas in the Northern Territory, but it was surprising how these fish get up into these escarpments. It makes you wonder how they get there. And here too are more exquisite rainbows, swimming around in the shallow pools. And even some of those beautiful northwest glassfish. They too are cool little fish. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this journey with us. We really enjoyed seeing one of these beautiful rare spots in the Northern Territory. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.